now, as you're speaking, I'm thinking, in the beginning, we are aware of what's happening.
Yeah.
It stays in our mind.
Yeah.
Now, how do we recall them back to action? So they were there the first one, they were there the second one, but now the third trial, the fourth one, you see the numbers dropping. The recall.
You know what? Me, on my advocacy and my journey with the foundation, Thandolwethu Sisonke Foundation, we try to make sure that we take note of the people that arrive at court. We keep in touch with them.
Yeah.
You know, we form a community where somebody is accountable to. Hello community, welcome back to Heal, Rise and Thrive Around the Table. We are still continuing with our episode that deals with gender-based violence. I am your host, Dr. Nhlanhla. With me, I'm alongside our beautiful co-host, Andy Swakoza. Ninjani, how are you doing, my girl?
Doing well. I'm doing good. And how are you?
I'm good, darling. So we continue where we left off.
Yes.
So, community, we are continuing with our talk of gender-based violence and femicide. We know it is a national crisis, so we're just gonna tap into it. We're gonna continue with our questions.
Let's do that.
Okay. So I don't know if I'm starting. Yeah, I'm starting.
Okay.
So we are continuing. These questions are woman-focused spaces. Okay. Deals well with what you stand for, my friend.
Yes.
So, question number 1 says, how can women-centered spaces, such as curves, Mbombela, play a role in healing, in prevention, and also in empowering women against gender-based violence?
Perfect. Nice. Okay, so I am representing Curves.
Yes.
And Curves is, well, the vision for me is to create that community, that sisterhood, right? Where we are all, the Bible says in Romans 12, I think in verse 10, it says that we need to be devoted to one another.
Yes.
So I want to provide a place where we safely, freely come together, whether we are here to exercise, we're here to speak, we're here to communicate, whatever it is that we want to do, but let us do it freely, devoted to one another, meaning to improve one another, to grow one another. So I think with spaces like Curves, Heal, Rise and Thrive, working together, we are here to not just represent ourselves and our past and our traumas, but also to heal the girl child that is going through this and to prevent it from the next, or from happening again with
to the next generation or next girl.
Yes.
That's good. Okay. So we're preventing and we're also empowering women in our spaces. So you're saying whether it's exercising together, coming like a community, building community,
being a sisterhood, holding one
sisterhood,
another,
I love that.
encouraging each other. I mean, that works.
You know, when another woman is down, if they find someone at the gym who's got high levels, you know, then it becomes like something that you're drawn to, and then you can, from your depressive state, it can be transferred to the other person, you know.
I was amazed the other day, we actually did have an incident at the gym, and the ladies came together to pray and to hold the one lady up. So those are beautiful moments where you actually see your vision coming to life. When we do the Saturday walks, that's also amazing to see them pull each other like, hey, you can do
let's
it.
Go.
Let's go. You get one like running very fast, and then she'll stop and wait for the next one. That's just beautiful to see.
So it's like putting fitness in the space where it also goes into, from the physical to the well-being, the mental well-being of the person.
Yes.
You know,
that's
good.
The goal actually, to heal you from the inside
out. Okay, so what if when we tap into you as Andiswa, what support systems helped you the most during your journey of healing? We know that you said you held back a bit when it started off, but then once you had structures, if you did have them during your journey,
I think we spoke about it the other day. Not consistency, making a choice to say, I will get out and I will be healed, right? Okay. So that helped a lot in my healing journey. But also actually starting to voice things out. That helped, because now my community started understanding what I was going through.
Yeah.
So it's no longer about supporting me, but supporting me where I need the support.
So you structure where you need it. Yes.
So now it's not like, we are here to pray. I don't need prayer.
I need a hug.
You get it. So now, because I'm able to voice it out, the community is able to support me even better, and that helps expedite my healing process. Because now you get them to understand where you are.
I love that, because you're saying this. You started off closing up and then just being a person who's, and then you founded some courage to go to a space where they taught you how to bring it out and know what you are going through first, so that when you go out, like you say, so I'm just echoing your words, so when you go out, you're like, I know what I need. I am going to need this type of a support structure. Unlike not knowing what's going on with you first, and then you go outside, you can even be redirected in a way that's not working for you. So it helps to start with you. And then, yes,
and then bring in
the community.
Obviously, they will come in to help me get out of where I am. But obviously, to heal even better, I need to also realize where I am, what's going on with me, acknowledge where I am, and then move from there.
That's nice. So when a friend comes through, you like, I need your friend to help me through this.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's the 2 questions I have for now.
Let's see. These are my questions for you, I guess. Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice.
Do you think we have become desensitized?
Yeah.
We have desensitized. Oh,
we have been desensitized.
Desensitized.
Yes, that word.
GBVF.
That's right. Yeah.
Because of how often we hear about it.
You know what? When we start, okay, I'll make an example.
Yeah.
When we hear that there's a community member or a child or a daughter or an aunt or somebody, or member of the community that just got killed from femicide, or that got raped, and it's a topic, we then come out as a community in numbers. I saw it with the Lusanda case. We came out in numbers on the first day of court. You understand? The street was filled up. Like, do you understand? Like, everybody was there from your whatever, your parties, I don't want to name them, but they were there. SAPS unions, and also unions in the medical space, foundations, NPOs, your pageantry girls, like everybody came through. The LGBTQ AI community came through, and that was just on us hearing about the incident, so it was still fresh. So desensitized comes in now, like as we go through the path of the days that we are going to court. Like now we're gonna go for the day prior to trial. It's either we're gonna go to trial or whatever the court is gonna say, or they're gonna ask for an appeal to go to high court. We don't know, but we are going again on Friday to court.
5th of June.
So as we go, like when we started the journey to now, like you see the numbers pulling back. Now it's no longer the 90 people that were there. It's like 15. It's like So we are being desensitized in a way. We don't respond to it and follow through. I think
as harsh as when we began.
When we hear about it, we feel so alarmed, and we forget that it's a journey. You understand? So it's a journey for the family. It's a journey for the friends. It's a journey for the community that feel like they need to stand for this and try to plead for justice to prevail. So we forget and then stop showing up. The family members still need our support. It's an ongoing thing. The survivors that are trying to help the family go through this journey, they still need to see that they are still being seen by the community members. So we become desensitized about it. So you hear about a rape case, you're like, it's another one. There's somebody who got killed, shot. A woman just got poured with hot water. You're like, it's another one. I had this journalist who always tells me about the the events if something like that happens, since I've been advocating the awareness and prevention, so we need to reach out. I cannot reach all the people, you understand? So but if somebody else was there to say this has happened to this family, why don't we go and pray with the family and show them support, even if it seems very dark. Sometimes the little that you do is showing up, not monetary wise. So we are desensitized. Other than even healthcare spaces, like to be in length with this, because it's just close to home, because I don't want people to, I really feel like it's up to us as a community to not desensitize ourselves. Let's not cry hoo-ha when it's just happening and leave it when it's gone. The healing process is a journey, like we've said in the previous episode. So our healthcare practitioners, we are the people that are first responders, if not second responders from the SAPS. They come in with the patient to the hospital, and they come in with the for you to do the examination of the patient. Let's say there was a rape case of a child, or whether an adult or whoever, then you're gonna fill in that form. You're gonna take the samples for that. But as you do it often, a lot of times, I see it in my colleagues, and probably with me when I'm not having a good day, I don't know. It happens, we are human. Where you're like, I'm going through my third case of grippe. Now I'm seeing my third patient, and I'm also going to see emergency things. Then you become not as sensitive as you were to the person that you're examining at the time from the first one that you touched, So patient number 6 ends up not getting the same treatment as patient number 1. And we understand that it's an emotional thing, but we need to not shy away from waking ourselves up, pumping ourselves up and saying, I'm not going to stop and be desensitized through this. If I hear a cry, I'm going to respond. If there is a court date case and I'm available, I'm going to show up. If I can't be there physically, I'll check in on the family and say, I am with you. I'm just on call today, or I'm still in a procedure. I won't be able to come in. So it's that. We just need to not get used to it. We are getting used to it.
Even if we get used to it, let's just not take out the emotional part of it. Let's just keep being sympathetic when it, or empathetic, empathetic when it comes to that. But now, as you're speaking, I'm thinking, in the beginning, we are aware of what's happening. It stays in our mind. Now, how do we recall them back to action? So they were there the first one, they were there the second one, but now the third trial, the fourth one, you see the numbers dropping. The recall.
You know what? Me, on my advocacy and my journey with the foundation, Thandolwethu Sisonke Foundation, we try to make sure that we take note of the people that arrive at court. We keep in touch with them. We form a community where somebody is accountable to checking in on the other people that are supporting. Are you coming into court today? Remember, it's the day. Others also, you don't have to be physically there. So we make t-shirts, maybe, you understand, that the protesters wear outside court. So you tell them, if it's that day, wear the t-shirt. Even if you're at work, you can't get out of work, wear the t-shirt, be in unity with what we are going to stand for when we are in court, or when we are outside court asking for justice. We're not saying arrest anyone. We're not saying someone is guilty. What we are saying, because sometimes people think that when they are there protesting, they are saying someone is guilty. No, we are saying we want justice. We want that the investigation must happen. We want everything to be put in place so that the perpetrator, the real perpetrator, whether it's the person who's being charged now or not, but the fact of the matter is saying we want justice. Because most people now look at a fact that, the person who was arrested, what if it's not him? What if it's... We are not saying it's him. We are saying, as a community, we are not sitting and sitting on the fact that there was a child that was killed in the hands of a man. Whether it be whoever, the justice system is there for us to do what they... We're just reminding them. We're like, we are here as a community, we are crying, we are pleading, please do what it is that you must do. Investigate. Look at the facts. Look at this. And we are there for the family. So that's what we're saying we must do in order to not shy away and be desensitized to this thing.
What role do you think the media plays in this? Because we can say that people buy a katala and they get used to it. But what role does the media play? Because if it happens to the next person, even the media might not report it, or the police station.
Look, when we look at this, with this gin that I'm working with, these two cases that I'm in the forefront with, and with the families, media, like I say, it becomes a big hoo-ha when you start off.
Yeah.
It needs you to have a community or a resilient community that's supporting the family and that's supporting and following in the case. Because sometimes you need to knock. I remember when a few times when I saw the numbers going down, I started now talking to the SABC. I'm like, no, we cannot have such a high profile crime and then not get coverage for it. The SABC knows about this. They know, they come to the cases and then they tell themselves, we are told as a whole that the next court date is this. Then why are you disappearing now?
Yeah.
Why were you there to cover it the first time?
Yeah.
Why are you not continuing so that the community can see? Because we have a right as a community to know what's going on with these court cases. We need to know. We can't just sit around, and some people are far, but they are sensitive enough to say, they remember the day, because it's gonna happen, so we want to see if SAPC is gonna report it. I don't want to lie, sometimes they come through, but you need to push. You have to push. I remember asking people in the group to say, all of us, I'm giving you this email, we are going to all send this email. We're gonna repetitively say, SABC, we see you came in the first time, what's going on? We are in Bombela. Likwala, where are you? We are here as a community. Stand with us.
Sure.
So, because it plays a huge role, it makes the community realize that this thing it did happen, so that the next person does. So somebody who even thinks of raising their hand or going to rape that poor child, they think twice. They're like, the community, And it's not even about shaming, It's just about making sure that we are crying enough that even the man who was propelled or felt that let me go force myself into this woman, they don't feel like they should do it anymore. To a point that they are the ones who come in and become part of the protesters with us, So it switches your mind. They say when you see something so many times, in a billboard, when you pass every day, it will be here in your mind. I think there's a series that played, and this lawyer used this thing of saying you must wear red. So the more you associate red with a good person, your mind will trick you to a point that you say everything that's red, like it's good, looks good. So you are not. So when you see something so often, it becomes something that you say, oh, maybe this, I must always remember this. So I think us showing up, billboard. We've got billboards. We've got radio media stations, post, we've got media posts, we've got our own social medias. We post like the court date is coming. Make it a ripple effect. Spread it. Send to all your friends, your contact list. They might say, oh, why is she doing this?
That 1-2 people,
it's enough.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'm going to give you the next one.
Okay, let's just see. Okay, so now it's saying solutions as a heading. Maybe we might have tapped into it, but it doesn't hurt emphasizing. So what practical actions can women take when they feel unsafe? What can I do as a woman when I feel unsafe?
I think don't shy from it. That's us now. We tend to shy from it. We call it shame.
You feel shame.
I'm the one being hurt, broken, tortured in this, but so I think it'll be that coming out to the public. Like we said, let's have the media support us. Use the community that you have. So we've got Heal, Rise and Thrive. You're able to reach out.
You can literally send a comment or on the side, an inbox. I can
say that this is what's happening. You're going to be anonymous. It's okay. But at least you're now getting the assistance. I think also with the women that, let me make it spiritual, the women that God has placed in the police stations, let them also carry us. Let it not be another case. Yeah, another docket lost, not found.
Yeah.
Let it not be that.
You know, maybe training our officers. Apparently, there is a training that they get
Yeah.
to sensitize them.
Yes.
But it's said that I was attending this council about GBVF. This course that they do as becoming police officers, they do it. It's a small segment where they touch into it. So I don't think it sensitizes enough. You know.
Yeah, they need to expand on it. Maybe.
So feeling unsafe in a space like a police station, it's really not a nice space to be, because
I'm gonna put you in like a corner and say sometimes even in hospitals.
not in a corner. I understand. Even in hospitals, because you must go to the hospital to go do that J88. They must see your scars. The doctors must see you. You know. So it's even from the security guard that sees you with the blue eye entering there. They need to not look at you and like, hey, that's fine.
And
This
not be
girl.
nosy as well.
And like, like
support me
instead
with
support me, like
question,
saying, no, you go this way. Be kind to a person that you see with something might have happened to them. You know, because you'll find somebody. You know, now I would have I'd go to work after that has happened. He'd buy a fringe, a wig. So you see my scar here. So I just, when it happened, I remember went to the thing in the hospital. They sutured. After they sutured, he went and bought a bob wig, not a bob, like a fringe. So it closed the scar. You know. So I passed through security guards who saw me bleeding. I passed through a nurse. Who saw and asked about the story, and I passed through the doctor who sutured me. You understand? I passed through my colleagues who could see that there's something I'm hiding with my fringe, but still there was silence. You know, it continued. It went to again and again. You know, and every time there's this thing, I remember I had to even at some point there was a time where I had to buy some do hair in a way that I cover hair. So those things are like things that if I feel unsafe, what must I do? Am I supposed to hide the scars, or am I supposed to be received well? So I'm putting it to the community as well, as much as if the question is saying what should you do, what steps should you take as a woman to feel unsafe when you feel unsafe. Go to the next sister that you know from church, you know, that you trust, or go to your friend.
I think also let's just, when I just think
but
go to that person when you see that they're not well. Try to reach out. You don't have to know what happened, but assist somehow. I have this thing of praying for the ladies at that gym. So if you're not well or anything, I might not know what's going on or ask. Not because I don't care, but because maybe you do have someone else to talk to. But at that very moment, all you need is just a hug or a prayer.
So we need to avail ourselves as ladies. It begins with you. That's nice. Okay, so your next question is...
Mine again.
Yes. We'll see. We'll tackle it together. I've got you, girl.
Okay.
What practical actions... Oh, we did this one. Practical actions that men can take to become part of the solution. Okay, let me start off. You want this one. What practical actions can men take to become part of the solution? So now we're appealing to you brothers there at home. You know, we're raising boy children. You know, there's a lot of single mothers that are raising boy children as single parents. You know, we can start by being there as co-parents. You know, a son needs and craves for that father figure. You know, it might not even be the father like the biological father. It can be an uncle. You know, show up to those kids that you can see that, you know what, there's no father. There's no father there. Maybe the father has passed away, or maybe the father is estranged because we just got divorced or whatnot, and we are not in good terms. But that uncle that's there at home, don't let that child feel as if they don't have a father figure or a male figure. Here in Bombay, there's the king's what is it? Perfect. There's that thing, king's something. There was Knight of the Queens, but I think the lady now also introduced Night of the Kings, where men actually gather and then they talk about pressing issues like this.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
with that, in such platforms, we're creating these platforms. Let's continue making awareness of such things.
Yeah.
In boy schools, have ladies coming in, or men actually coming in, to give talks to those boys that are in an all boys school, to say, this is what GBV is, this is what consent is, this is what this, in churches, like in youth, whatever things that the youth groups, the home cells, you teach these things in these platforms, then you draw awareness as a man. Women are already doing a lot of things, towards this. Yes. So now we're asking them. Yes, we're asking the men to say, do something. Whether with your friend, and he's talking about, you know what? This woman is driving me insane. This and this and this. Find a way to advise them on how to handle it in a manner that doesn't involve abuse. Whether verbal.
His trauma as well.
Yes.
What's triggering you in this situation? Not what did she do?
Because really, that's what when our brothers talk to each other about such conversations, like, umfazi ulungiswa ngani ngani,
Count me out.
Yes.
I think as you're talking, I'm thinking to myself, I'm raising boy kids, and I do my best to protect their father, even though they don't know him. And I'm just thinking, in a space where there's a lady now who the father, they're not together, but is abusive to the woman. Maybe we pose it to the community to say, how then is the father supposed to treat the mother in a way that the boy child grows up respecting a woman? Because they do see it from a very young age.
They see it.
It becomes, oof. I know, maybe I'm
even in schools. No, you know what? It's good that we're talking about it. Is a sensitive topic. That's why we're not all over the show, because we are holding back so much, because this is very intense for us. I hope you guys at home can realize that we have to relive this thing to feel that this is what's happening, and we are sharing our story every time. It's not that easy. Not that easy.
It's not.
But we're trying, and we're asking for the males to do the same. So okay, we've tackled this one of advising the government community with what we just said now, and also workspaces we did talk about.
Okay, let's see. Healing and hope. What does healing look like after abuse? That journey.
Oh gosh.
After abuse.
Take it.
Healing. I don't know. Is it maybe I don't want my sister to go through it?
That's
Could
good.
it be that I've been there, I'm healed. Now I'm going to create a platform, Heal, Rise and Thrive, so that my sister doesn't go through it.
Yes, that's what's happening.
Because when you're still in the pain, I don't think it's easy for you to sit here boldly and talk about it.
You can't.
You'll be crying now.
I don't know how many times I've cried, guys.
I know, but
as I continue talking about it, and I continue doing the spaces of radio talks, whatever interviews, and I go to these foundations that are holding the same, vision in terms of making sure we are aware and we prevent. It becomes a space where you I enjoy helping the next person,
Exactly.
Because
don't go through it. I went through it. I'm going to carry you through it.
Or if you're going through it, I'm here. Come out of it. I'm here. You can come talk to me. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now tell me, is it possible to rebuild confidence, trust, and self-worth after GBVF?
As people, we respond in different ways to things. If I was to tap into my journey of this, initially I was very closed off. Most of us are, when it just happens, or when you're still going through it, you're very closed off, and you find ways in order for you to prevent the feeling it and whatnot, and it drains you. It goes to a point where you feel like you are not worthy, or you feel like you're not good enough for the society, because why your marriage is not going well. The confidence drops, and then now you're like, I'm not gonna be seen as that woman who has achieved being umfazi. Lento yokuthi marriage bantu, they think it's a medal or a trophy or something. I don't know. That thing, we need to go away with it. But yeah, so rebuilding after having gone through it, it's a journey, like we always say.
No longer the misses now.
It's like, you understand, you need to accept the fact that I need to remove that ring now, and it's a small thing, like being able to not wear your ring anymore.
Sure that it touches you, and
your
like, self-worth as well.
You're like, you're like, oh my god, what are people gonna say?
And you find that
we don't see, you understand, and you've healed from it, or you're still healing. It's a process. And also the community, man, guys, as a person who's moving from it, the confidence comes if there's a smaller nyana community that can say, no girl, don't worry, keep your head high. Sometimes not all of us are strong enough to eventually go knocking in that mental wellness center and say, I am here to get admitted. Andiswa was strong enough to eventually get there. Another Andiswa might end up leaving the home as a body bag. You understand? So also not self-neglecting, self-loving, This can look like you waking up in the morning and making your bed before you step out. Search things and being able to switch on the TV, listen to news or words of affirmation before you step out of the house, to build yourself as a woman, to try and, I listened a lot of self-affirmation videos when I was going through my healing. You always sometimes go back, I remember I had gone back and I was okay, but even with his presence, I would play those videos and put them on full blast. You are worth it. You can achieve. You can do 1, 2, and 3. And guys, that man, while you're still in that house, you will see him cringe when he has you listening to such things and you saying it again. There's videos on YouTube that say it after me. You understand? So as I say those things, there were signs that this man is not going to change, because as I say those things, he was feeling attacked. You understand? And you could see the person who would say, and it was like, I'm growing into somebody that I've forgiven you. You're my husband. I'm going to stick by you. But I'm going to be a woman that's not going to hide it from you as well. That I'm trying to move away from thinking that I'm not self-worthy. And I build my confidence. It starts with you. It starts with you. But
whether it's a community that supports you or not, like Nikki said, it starts with you. You choose to step out of it.
But it's difficult.
Wow. So I've got someone who's trying to leave an abusive relationship. What would you say to them? I'll say go for it, run.
Run, don't look back. But in run, oh, but don't run, you see? When they say Mulife, don't run, Mulife, run. Do not look back. When a man shows you who they are, believe them.
I'm thinking, the moment you start running, do you know how many people hold your hand? Because everyone applauds you. You find so many ladies that come and say, actually, you ran. We applaud you for that. There are ladies who said, I'm actually trying to run. And now
I'm still stuck.
Even when you're running, you're hitting the next person. You might not see it, but then you've got other ladies who are now running out because of you. So now it's like we're all in this trail and we're just healing, running to our healing. So
Mulife, run. Because we are a lot, we are running. We're not looking back. We are not looking back. Just run.
We're not looking back. And
when he opens his mouth, it becomes
lessons.
Don't say we will Bob build somebody. Who Bob build me?
You
understand? Because I'm gonna crash
Some
trying
shit.
to pop build this one.
Yeah.
Guys, I see Lali Tetris. Is it Tetris? Yeah.
No, but I mean, on a serious note, it's not easy. But
It's not, but we need
do
to
it,
just
go.
go.
And also, the most important thing is pray.
Yes.
Pray. The Bible says that even when you are weak, just come to God, and I will strengthen you. I'll
Yes.
give you the strength to actually soar even higher than where you
Yeah.
thought you were. If you thought you were very high, He's shooting you even further.
Further.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try the other one. I think that's the last one.
It's our final round.
final
Oh my
round.
God.
Okay.
We've come to that part.
Let's see.
Okay, and this our final round. So the question says I must ask each panelist. Okay, we are 2 today. But yeah, we'll ask each other. So if you could send one message of strength and hope to a woman currently facing GBV, what would you want her to hear from you?
That it's possible.
Yeah. So you send one message.
One message. Okay.
Of strength, of hope,
Yeah.
to a woman currently facing GBV.
Okay. When we started with the other episode, we tried to define GBV. And
Yeah.
we said different types, right?
Yeah.
So it's not the same.
Yeah.
The struggle is not the same, but we've got one God. And He's faithful,
Yes.
and He's just,
Yes.
and He will carry us through.
Yes.
The Bible does say in the Beatitudes, it talks about how He's closer to the brokenhearted. I always debate with God. So I must be brokenhearted.
In order to be.
But I mean, in this space, when we are already broken,
Yeah.
He is there. He's closer. So I think my message would be: come through, pray, choose yourself, and just soar, walk, move. Expose yourself to spaces where ladies will carry you. I know Heal, Rise and Thrive will carry me.
Yes.
I will expose myself to
Yes.
that. I know that when I go to this church,
Yes,
they won't
just
carry me. I have to use a church because they do oppress us sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. So even sometimes if it's a church I need to get away from, let it be that. But let me heal so that I'm able to find my space, my purpose. I actually wanted to complete the sentence that you gave us. It says, I choose to heal, rise and thrive because my story is not finished.
Yes.
And God has called me to live in freedom and not fear.
Not fear.
Not fear.
Okay, let's expand a bit. Let's see. Okay, ask me.
Let me ask you.
Maybe it will hit better.
If you could send just one message of strength and hope to a woman currently facing GBVF, what would you want her to hear?
Oh, while the person is still in it. This is
She
now
is
mid.
in it.
She is at home with the partner. Yes.
With all the fists, with everything bad, with the heartache, the tears.
You know what? I'll tell that woman, we've said it, run. But words of strength, look into things that make you remember who you were before the person was there. You know, we tend to lose ourselves as women in our partners. You know, what I love and about men, a trait they possess, when they enter into a relationship, they do not lose their community. They don't lose their friends. They don't lose their hobbies. If the person knows would say I go to gym every day at 4 o'clock in the morning or at 4 o'clock in the evening, he's not gonna change his pattern. He's gonna circle around what he knows is normal. But us as women, we tend to not be that type of a person. So you need to find strength in staying in a state of mind that reminds you of who was Nhlanhla prior to being someone's wife, you know, or being someone's partner, or being somebody's mother or whatever, you know. Who was I? Who am I? Because all of us as kids, when you grow up, I'm not saying GBV happens to people that are of elderly age only or who are of adult state. No, I'm just saying for those ones who are older, and they find this thing in a partner that they've entrusted themselves with, in terms of them making the decision to be with a person. Just remind yourself who are you before them, because you will still be there even if a lot of women now say, I was me before you. You will leave me, I will still be me before.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes,
so that strength, I promise you might not think it's there. I felt it when I lost my friend. When she was like, I had to go identify her body right there in a pool of blood. I said to myself, you know what? I am that girl. I will make sure that her life is not in vain. You understand? No other woman is going to go through this. I am not going there. I'm not going back there. I don't want this to happen to me. And I know she wouldn't want the same for me.
So you're saying allowing GBV to continue, I'm also hurting the next person.
You are. Because
my family, my close friends.
They hurt. I'm telling you, I don't want to lie. This, when it happened, people around you, they see it. I lost best friends. I lost friends that said, we're not going to be part of this. They're like, we are telling you this is not good for you. But you are going. People will leave you. People will leave you, and they won't leave you because they hate you or they don't like you. They will leave you because they don't like seeing. It hurts them as well. It's trauma for them. They know you as a strong woman that can stand up for herself. Like I'm telling you, when I came out, people were like, also doctors can go through this. Also learned people, also people who are standing on their own and independent. There was no financial abuse. Maybe there was in a certain way, but it wasn't the strong one that was there. You understand?
No abuse is light or strong.
You understand? I'm saying in terms of him, it wasn't the main thing that he could have used like to coerce me or whatever. It wasn't that type of abuse. So people will think, as a woman that stood on her own and now has got Kev's Mbombela and is trying to build other women, they can find themselves in a space where they get into a space where they're being abused. You understand? So look at it this way. The strength is inside you. The strength is not with your grandmother, your mkulu, your aunts, your friend. No, because they will leave when they're tired. They will leave. So stay with. Let me see that one.
I want you to finish the sentence. Fill it in.
What would you want her to hear? So I would want you to hear that. So if you are there listening to us, we are saying, raise that girl up who is you. The younger you, remember you. The strong one. Thriving. Okay, complete the sentence.
Yes.
I choose to heal, to rise and thrive because this is like when I started Heal, Rise and Thrive with Dr. Nhlanhla. It just came to me, because it's a holistic approach, So I decided to choose healing because if I don't heal, I'm going to stay stagnant. I'm going to be in the same space. And I am not going to see myself moving past what's happening right now. Because healing, when a wound is there and then you are cut, if you don't stop that bleeding and then you go and they suture it, it will forever gape. Instead of it being okay, you'll find maggots. It will be septic. Izobola. So if you do not heal, never mind rising and thriving. You understand? So I put them in this manner. It's because you first heal. So that you clean it, you make sure the healing is a process. You clean it, you put bandage, you take it out. The next day you go, after a few days, you go remove the stitches. And then after that you care for it and you make sure it doesn't get infected, you disinfect it till you see a scar forming. And then when the scar is formed, it is a form of, it's healed physically. It's healed physically. So but after that, what you need to do is to know that you need to rise. You need to just say, hey, wake up.
It's time to get up.
It's time to get up. You've cried, you've sobbed, you've nursed it. Now, let's get up. Let's build that confidence back. Remember who you are, like I said, and then rise. When you're rising, whether it be you going back to the gym because you were now were forced not to go to the gym anymore because this person was coercing you to not doing the things that you used to love to do. Go back to that. Go back to those friends of yours and say, friend, I've done wrong. I've done you wrong by isolating myself or being isolated from you. I'm asking you to become of my community. Other friends will step up and say, friend, we're waiting for you to be like that. We've seen it enough. So now we're in a space where we're thriving. We're thriving because we are creating platforms like this where women can come together confidently. And it's not every day that we have these big smiles. It's not every day. It's other days other days you feel like crying and you're like yes. You see, when we said we're gonna have this topic, I didn't sleep nicely yesterday. I was like, oh my god, this is it.
I saw a message. Was it like 1 a.m.?
It was 1 a.m. I couldn't sleep. And then I was like, oh my god. So thriving, it means me not cancelling this date of us shooting this because we could have done it. I could have made an excuse and said, Ish, I haven't slept enough. But I was like, God, hold me. Hold my head and hold my team together to say, we are not going to keep quiet. We are going to tackle this. It's a very deep topic. But we're thriving every day. We've got Curves Mbombela. We've got Hill Rise and Thrive with Dr. Nhlanhla. Now we've got Around the Table. Yes. So this is a platform where we're going to continue thriving.
I think also just to invite the ladies on with your permission.
You can.
If they are interested or have any topics that they would like to
on the comments
or they'd like to discuss themselves, or if they know anyone who would love to be part of the platform, grow the platform, grow the sisterhood. You welcome that.
I mean, yes. We need to tackle day-to-day conversations which bring together us as women. We're not forgetting the LGBTQAI community as well. That's the vulnerable people as it is. But we hope to grow the platform to a point where we know now we can even invite the other gender. The males, we still love you guys as long as you protect us and you protect yourselves, because protecting your peace sometimes means you not lifting up a finger to another woman. So we hope we grow, and we've enjoyed talking about the topic, and we hope there is healing as you watch us and as you learn from us, and Nati, as we learn from you. Comment on down below, like, share with another person. You don't know who's going through what. When you see your person, a friend or your family member isolating, those are the signs. Those are the little signs that you might. We can be all put together. We're the most expensive. We smell the most beautiful. Be top notch, but still be going through it inside. So never forget to remind your friend, even if they don't come to you and say, I'm going through this. Make this topic something that you can talk about anytime, any place, anywhere, whether we are in a queue at the bank or wherever. Talk about it. Don't be scared of this topic, because that's where we lose a lot of our sisters and also our LGBTQAI, as well as having to lose our boys to being perpetrators. So let's talk about it and make it an open space. Let's never stop. Silence is not key. It's not key. Yes, Adisa. Thank you so much for coming. My co-host.
Thank you.
We are learning every day.
Great conversation.
I
love it.
Okay. So family, community, please support us. Please bear with us as we grow. We will correct where we need to correct. We will learn as we go. And we hopefully going to bring more topics that will be engaging to you and help us grow as a community. Around the table, we're out of here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.